evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Bonnaroo's pre-sale started today. Veterans were honored in Tullahoma, and a Tullahoma alderman sues the city again. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Wildcats were eliminated from state playoffs at their second round game last Friday night at Page High School. But news leaders John Gray and head coach Coy Sisk were already looking forward to the next season as they closed out the last 2023 episode of the Coy Sisk Fifth Quarter Football Show.
You know, I want to talk a little bit right here about and thank our senior class for the leadership they've shown with these younger guys coming in, these sophomores, and showing them what it's like to be part of a winning football team.
Well, part of, tomorrow, Monday, we'll come in for practice. Of course, we won't practice. We have to collect gear and do things of that nature. But
a little cleaning going on.
Yeah, just make sure everything's put away, squared away, and do it. But one of the things I like to do then is sit down with that senior class and remind them or ask them, hey, what was it like when you were a freshman, sophomore, junior? And then I also do that with the upcoming senior class, but help them to remember that just because, hey, football season's over with doesn't mean that you're no longer a leader of this program, a leader in this program, and a leader on this team. Because a lot of the things, I don't know if it was like you, but like my dad would tell me something, and I would think he's silly, and then a stranger could tell it to me, and I thought, and it would be the exact same thing.
Sure.
And it was like, man, well, that dude's right. A lot of times I tell them, these seniors, your senior year of football is going to fly by. You're never going to believe how fast it goes. You're going to think it's long, but it really flies by. And I haven't had a senior yet in 24 years come back and tell me you weren't right.
Yeah.
But it's always after the fact. So I tell them, you need to go tell a junior that and tell them some things that'll help them through it, help them make them through it. So, hey, that's part of what Monday's for. Is to put 2023 kind of to rest.
Yeah. All right, folks. Right now, the Wildcats gone. It's time for the grind. The lights are off. The fans are getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas. But the grind goes on. Because a Tullahoma Wildcat football team never stops, never sleeps. They take a little break and the spotlights are off, but the grind goes on. To where next year when these young Titans step back on the field, they're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, they're coached up, and they're ready to win back in that stadium in front of you, the supporters that we want to thank so much, says Tullahoma right there. Thank you, Tullahoma, for supporting our Wildcat football team and all of you sports in Tullahoma. Just know that when it's dark outside this winter and it's raining and it's cold, you'll be able to drive by Tullahoma High School and there'll probably be a light on down there in that workout room. There'll be a Wildcat, a 6, a 12, or 10, or 20 in there working. sweating, getting better, getting faster, getting stronger to be a better football team for you next year. And that's what the seniors have taught these young people to do. You want to be part of this team? Earn it. We'll turn the hat back around come fall. But for right now, it's time for the grind. Coach, thank you for what you bring.
Yes, sir.
We're proud of you. We're proud for ourselves that you are sitting in the seat you're sitting in. Can't think of anybody I'd rather have right next to me right now than Coy Sisk. Folks, that's it. That's the season. Coach, you got any last remarks?
Hey, look, hey, everybody good. Hey, take time, reflect, and as always, go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats. It's time for the grind.
Bonnaroo returns to Manchester for its 2024 edition on June 13th through June 16th. And they've announced the early bird True Roo pre-sale, which they say is your chance to get tickets at the lowest possible price before the lineup is announced. It began this morning, Thursday, November 16th at 10 a.m. The festival has also shared a statement explaining that they've raised ticket prices for 2024. Quote, Bonnaroo is incredibly important to each and every one of us who works to make it happen each year, and we know how special this experience is to you. We are proud of this community that we have built together in the spirit of the Roo community and communication. We wanted to give you a heads up as we prepare for the annual pre-sale. Ticket prices are going to look different this year, and here's why. When you purchase your pre-sale tickets, you'll see a new price that includes all fees up front. The only additions at checkout will be your chosen shipping option and your locally applicable sales tax. For the first time in more than a decade, we're also making a notable base price increase. This increase will still be far less than inflation over that time. The cost of producing this magical world has increased, and our goal is to be as transparent with you as possible. To continue to deliver the quality experience you have come to love and appreciate, prices need to go up just slightly. The farm is truly the most magical place on earth, and 2024 is going to be an incredible year. We can't wait to see you next summer, end quote. If the price increase is too much for you, just remember that I'll be there along with news leaders Philip Scoggins, bringing you exclusive video and interviews, just like always. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
Welcome back. Some of Tullahoma's most musically talented high school students are set to take the stage for the 10th Annual Young Musicians Showcase this Saturday, November 19th at South Jackson Performing Arts Center. Organizers said, quote, celebrating our 10th anniversary of this event, first presented in 2014, was created to exhibit the talents of students who study in the genre of classical music. As Tullahoma is home to many fine music teachers, this showcase will feature some of the best students from private studios of local music teachers, end quote. Young musicians will be performing in the annual concert at 2:30 p.m. Sunday, November 19th at South Jackson Performing Arts Center and will feature the top musicians from music teachers in Tullahoma, including Peggy Burton, Doug Clark, J.D. DeGalia, Melissa Hines, Rebecca Murphy, Lisa Maurer, and Tom Maurer. The Young Musician Showcase has been an annual performance since 2014. At last week's Tullahoma Veterans Day ceremony, John Gray addressed the group and also listed the names of veterans that passed this year.
One of the things that the Colonel said was, we we are the only truly one of the few free nations in the world. They cannot defeat us from outside. The only way they can defeat us is from the inside. Making a footprint inside of this nation with the things that they say and the things that we do to each other. We live in the land of the free because of the brave that fought for our rights, many to their grave. Freedom of speech is the law of the land, so when I voice my opinion, I hope you understand. You can disagree with me. It's your choice to do. But don't hate me for my words, because I will refuse to hate you. Please hear this sermon that I'm trying to preach. We all have the right to freedom of speech. We're neighbors. We're friends. We can disagree with each other. That's what's so beautiful about this nation. But we can't hate each other because we have a different opinion. That's the only way that we can be taken, if we allow it ourselves. The names of the veterans who have passed this year, the best we have of what we could get from our funeral homes. The ones who have allowed us and fought and laid down their lives where we can have freedom of speech. Troy Mann, John DeLong, John Anderson Jr., Warren Owens, William Tate, Lee Erickson, Charles Seward, Harold Nelson Jr., Michael McGregor, Wayne Castleman, Edith Gammon, Travis Bynum, Glenn Castile, Harold Liner Jr., Richard Hopwood, Harry Goldstein, Ralph Martini, Michael Martin, Lynn Carroll, Clayton White Jr., Billy Richard Tips, Dr. Tulio Figueroa, Thomas Qualls, Virgil Klein Jr., Frank Passarello, Philip Antort II, Richard Pendergraft, Jack Giddens Jr., Randall Cox, Ken Jordan, Gary Priestler, Rivard Turner, Teresa Galapos, Brian Mears, Benjamin Binkley, Eddie Weiser, Joe Hill, Thomas Judge, Jim Sell, Danny Sampson, Dwayne Thorpe, Robert Winton, Rex Moulter, Troy Bailey Sr., Howard Temple, Donald Townsley, James Blaylock, Andrew Wood, James Fox, Jackie Thomas, Donald Rounds, Jack Moore, Lee Trail, Randall Street, Kenneth Reese, Edward Knott, Jack Hardy, Carly Dodson, Thomas Corrington, Joseph Granat, Randy Paplin.
More news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Welcome back. At the most recent Tullahoma's Mayor Quarterly Planning and Coordinating Committee meeting, Motlow's Brenda Cannon addressed the group.
Greetings, friends. I'm Brenda Cannon from Motlow State Community College, and thank you, Mayor. I am going to share a few activities that are happening at the college and invite you to be a part of every one of them. And if you can't join us for all of them, come to the ones you can. On Monday, the 23rd of October, the college will host a groundbreaking for expanded mechatronics and EV technology facility in McMinnville. So please come. I'll look for you, okay? On the Performing Arts and Fine Arts series for the fall has begun or is about to start. On tap, the Piano Trio will perform on October 26th, 7 p.m. showtime, 6 p.m. reception, Oak Hall, featuring Lisa Meyer, John Harris, and Sadie Slack. Admission is free. Please reserve a seat through Humanities. Go to the website. On the 6th of November through the 30th, the Faculty of the Art Department will host its annual show. We will have an opening reception. You can meet all of our art faculty if you come to the reception on the 6th. The reception is from 11 to 2, but remember the show stays up until the 30th. And this is an opportunity to bring clubs and organizations to the campus. If you would like to, call the office, my office, Community Relations, Office of the President, and we would love to host you and a group of people there. Theater Department will present Aesop's Fable. The public viewing is Friday the 17th at 7 p.m. And again, we are tagging receptions with everything. So if you come, you get to eat early. Of course, elementary schools will be there throughout the week prior to the public show. Christmas concert featuring the music department and friends is scheduled for November 30 at 7 p.m. On Sunday, December the 3rd, there will be a performance, and a benefit concert is scheduled for the 15th of December. Excellent performances, excellent music, showcase of students, and Dr. David Bethay literally knocks it out of the park. He is great, but so is Emily Seal, Professor Emily Seal on the theater side of the house, and Professor Brian Robinson on the art side of the house, just in case they watch this on YouTube. Soccer season is underway. The Motlow Bucks are doing it again. We have an award winning soccer team. Coach Andy Lyon and those women are doing it. We have a soccer field on our campus now. Drive out, beautiful location. Come support the college and the student athletes. Basketball season opens at home on November the 13th. We, like Tullahoma, midway the semester, 8 weeks left. Final exams begin December 4th. The campus closes on the 21st, and we will reopen on January 2nd. We just came back from fall break. Enrollment continues. We had an exceptionally strong fall enrollment. We anticipate a good spring enrollment. We invite each of you to enroll on the credit or non-credit side of the house. Continuous learning is paramount, it's imperative, and if you are in a community where you know somebody who wants to go to school, just send them our way. We will take care of them, we'll nurture them, and get them to their finish line. We appreciate being your community college. We invite you to your campus. Thank you.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
I'm getting older. Do I need to worry about falling?
Yes, you do. Each year, 1 in 4 people 65 and older will experience a fall, and many will be serious. The majority of falls happen at home, so remove things that could make you trip and install handrails to keep you steady. To learn more about the steps you can take to help prevent a fall, please talk to your doctor. You can also visit aarpfoundation.org or medicaremadeclear.com/falls. This message was brought to you by United Healthcare and AARP Foundation.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Alderman Jenna Amacher has filed yet another lawsuit. This time it's a federal lawsuit against the city of Tullahoma, the mayor, and a pair of local businessmen asking for $500,000 for what she maintains was a conspiracy to get her thrown out of office. Amacher maintains infringement of speech, denial of due process, malicious prosecution, and abuse of process. And she demands through her Murfreesboro-based attorney, Drew Justice, $500,000 in compensatory damages against defendants Ray Noas, former city administrator Jennifer Moody, and local businessmen Scott Van Velser and Jim Woodard. Amacher claims in her opening statement in the suit that was filed before the Eastern District of the U.S. District Court in Winchester, quote, "This lawsuit is about the abusive use of state governmental power to intimidate and harm a city lawmaker in vindictive retaliation for her speech and political views, calling out misconduct or malfeasance within the city government," end quote. Amacher said she would go so far as to put videos on Facebook criticizing city policies, something she said drew the ire of Moody, the former city administrator. She also said she drew the ire of Noas in an act of satire known as a redneck Christmas party, in which a Confederate flag, along with a sign saying "We go together like cocaine and waffles," was displayed in a social media post back in 2020. However, she maintained she got the most heat by speaking out against the Think Tullahoma 2040 Comprehensive Development Plan, which she said made her enemies. Specifically, she claims Woodard and Van Velser were angry about the defeat of the plan. Amacher also maintained she made enemies by supporting fellow Alderman Kurt Glick, who is also suing the city, in his case maintaining age discrimination after quitting his former job as Parks and Recreation Director. Amacher maintains the issues came to a head when court papers were filed trying to remove her from office because she allegedly did not live in Tullahoma. Amacher defended that her plan was to build in Tullahoma, but a natural disaster and logistical setback delayed her, and she had to stay with her friends and family. She claims some of the defendants combined to have her residency investigated and recruited the help of District Attorney General Greg Northcott. This district attorney was another individual who hated Amacher, the suit reads. Partly he hated her because he disagreed with her politics, but most of all he hated her because she had sued the district attorney's office before for misconduct. On multiple occasions they sent the district attorney to confront her in public, insulting her publicly and calling on her to resign in the face of these difficulties. Amacher maintains Mayor Noah sent out hordes of Tullahoma police officers to stalk and attempt to intimidate her. However, in the end, Amacher said the court found in her favor, and she remained serving as alderman. She pointed out that even during trial, she was questioned about her income taxes and sex life, further humiliating her. While prevailing in court, Amacher said defending herself cost tens of thousands of dollars. The suit also maintains, quote, she also suffered a great deal of emotional distress, public ridicule, and loss of enjoyment of life, end quote. And stay with us, your weather forecast is coming up after these messages.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country and the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1971 at 79 degrees. The record low was in 1940 at 13 degrees. Average high for this day is 60, and the average low is 37. Cloudy tonight with a low of 56. Showers expected for Friday with a high of 69 and a low of 46, and mostly sunny skies for Saturday with a high of 59 and a low of 31. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe. Have a great evening.